my name is Turismo from Caribbean Racing Sim Club, and today we are going through a hot lap around Bathurst Mount Panorama. Car we're using is the Ford Mustang GT V8 Supercar, and this is a part of our 2023 Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club Bathurst 1000 Virtual. If you want to learn more and get yourself in on the action, link is in the description down below to join our Discord. We'll get you all hooked up and ready to go racing with us every Saturdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Coming over the start-finish line on board with Luca Andretta, let's get this hot lap started. Looking at the 100-meter marker, breaking down into second gear, into Hell's Corner. A lot of oversteer going through there as we hit the first apex. Now onto the mountain straight where we can relax for a bit before the hell really starts to begin. Going under the Audi Sport kind of side up there, looking for the 100-meter marker in fifth gear, down into third gear. Hook it right. Use all the exit that we need to as we come up to the cutting up here. Very fast sequence of left-handers. Looks very clean, and now we make our descent up the hill. Through Griffin's Mount, up through Reed Park, as there's no margin for errors. We get so close to all these walls, just inches between them. Going through Solomon Park, we get a little bit of air almost onto the front end. Going through Pilmary Park, down through the Skyline, into the S's, down through the Dipper, all in one. Into the lefts and rights as we come up to Force Elbow, down in second gear. As we just narrowly get that close to the wall. Onto Conrad Straight. Another time to relax here after a sequence through the mountain section there. We go into the fast right-hand kink, looking for the 150-meter board, breaking down into second gear. Don't touch these curbs. Short shift into third after the chase. 1 corner to go. It's Murray's corner now. 100-meter marker. We find down into second gear. Use all the exit curves that we can. Cross the line. That's going to be a time of a 1 minute 59.353. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club's not first, not second, but its third annual Bathurst 1000 Virtual. We are live here at Mount Panorama in Australia, the land down under, for one of the best races that we have every single year. This is the 2023 Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club Bathurst 1000 Virtual. One of the most difficult circuits in motorsport history. It's one of those tracks you line yourself up with Le Mans, the Nürburgring. This is just one of those tracks easily as difficult. You may look at this track right now if you are someone who is not into motorsports at all, and you're looking at what's so special about this track. I mean, look at it. you got two acute angles going onto the front straight and then onto a straight down here. Oh, there's so much more to that, because once we go up the hill, that is where the fun really begins, because we are racing on the mountain. The mountain that bites everyone. It is a very difficult track. Only the bravest of the brave get their laps done through here, and fast ones at it. Some of the best drivers coming out here for today's event. A lot of recognizable names in the chat, past champions and future stars. CMRC, ready to go racing. Let's go watch the drivers. Trackside, it is time to get this show underway. And there they go, crossing through the back straight. And don't you just love seeing these V8 supercars back on track? Of course, for the past 2 years, we've only been running this track once. Running this track combo and these cars once a year. But the wait is now over. The championship, the V8 Supercar Championship, will be happening in 2024. It is confirmed that we will be seeing the best of the best take it on in some of the most challenging cars out there. This is essentially a NASCAR on steroids. It's NASCAR if it found out what Aero was a long time ago. And now these cars, as you see here, they are just awesome to watch. The Fords, the Holdens. Many manufacturers have come through, and a lot of them have left out, leaving only 2. This is the second generation of the supercars, the third gen. The next gen, the third gen of V8 supercars, we do not have in Assetto Corsa just yet. But we're working very hard to get it done. And oh, as Kirill hits the wall, that is just a piece of what this mountain is here to give. But it's this man, Luca Andretti, who's been absolutely so fast, so quick through here. The hot lap that you saw earlier in the stream, yeah, that was him driving. That was his POV that you also saw. First time ever that we've had a little POV shot. As we continue to watch Luca Andretti racing up the mountain. Going up the hill, long left-hander. And if you're just tuning in, folks, welcome to the Bathurst 1000 Virtual. We are currently in free practice right now. Qualifying comes up in 4 minutes time, 8-minute session where we're going to see the drivers go head-to-head in a solo one-shot qualifying session. So no distractions, just full pace, action-packed to the very end. And then the race, it is a 45-minute classic. As Andretti hits the wall there. Let's go check out who else is on track. Martin Toth, Kirill Chevets, the classic Ragnarok duo is back for this event. Of course, Martin Toth especially, our DTM World Champion of 2023. A couple other drivers through here. DeVille Park, Tiago, also on track. Danny Nasir, our Daytona 500 winner, Brandon Smith. We got Curtis Gregory in here, Dylan Moranti. We have a couple more names that you might recognize. We do have a couple other drivers that should be joining us here this evening. So can't wait to see them and what they can do. Of course, last year's Bathurst 1000 was just awesome. We had some of the closest racing out there, and man, I just cannot wait to see what these guys can do this year out. 45 minutes of action-packed racing. Luca Andretti definitely looking like the fastest man on track so far. Dylan Moranti. On track there. Him, Brandon Smith, and myself all ran last night in the Petit Le Mans. The 10 hours of Road Atlanta, and oh man, what a race it was. Of course, we finished P7 throughout there. And yeah, I think we're all just as tired right now. But we're all here to enjoy this race. and have fun with it. There you see Brandon Smith in the Holden. And a couple liveries are white. I'm not too sure why it is doing that. But not to worry out here. As there we see Danny Nasir in the grass there. And as we have 1 minute left before qualifying gets underway, let's head into the Discord and let's have a word with our drivers before we get this race underway. Mic check.
You're good.
Thank you. All right, so 30 seconds left in practice. Now we're going to be heading into qualifying very shortly. A lot of drivers still loading into the session. And take a look at those times and how close they are. 2 minute 2, 2 minute 3. Then we got a 2:02.3, 2:03.0, 2:03.0. Top 5 is looking very spicy. Sliding that car though, Martin Toth, as the checkered flag now comes out. Of course, our fastest man on track is Luca Andretta, but not in the server right now, I should say. But we should be getting qualifying underway. We're going to send it into intermission really quickly. We're going to do our last couple checks, making sure everything is good to go for this race. This is going to be a really good one. Of course, the Bathurst 1000 Virtual is our first ever virtual event that we've had every single year. This is no exception as well. This is our 3rd annual virtual, the longest running yearly event that we've had in the history of CMRC. And yeah, just overall, I just cannot wait to see how this race pans out. As we're just doing a couple things on our side here, making sure we are good to go for today's race. If you haven't, make sure to hit the subscribe button if you're enjoying it so far. And if you're not, just give it a couple moments. As soon as we get racing started, that is where everything is about to go down. So this is your last chance. Go get yourself something to eat, get yourself something to drink, sit cozy. This is going to be a race for the ages, I can guarantee that. We also want to thank Monster Cat for the tunes we are listening to. Music by Monster Cat. Go check them out in the description down below. Yeah, we thank him for allowing us to use their content. We're going to hop back into the session now. This is our timing screen that we are going to be looking at here. As soon as it loads, there it is. So, when qualifying begins, we're going to be watching the numbers here. We're going to be tracking them down. Of course, one-shot qualifying, we're not going to be able to see the drivers on the track.
What's up, Krill?
Hey, do I have to exit and come back in?
No, you're fine.
Is it a single quali or?
Yes, single car quali.
Okay.
Just Corel and Martin Todd, do not run into the back of anybody, okay?
Just don't run into the back of Lance and you're all good.
No. Don't run. They do not pay attention to people in front of them. They just drive, okay?
Right.
Well, hopefully we can have a clean race out here. It's a difficult track and it's a long race.
I think difficult is an understatement.
Yeah, the real answer is it's easy. Very easy track. qualifying underway in 20 seconds. Just helping out with one of our members here. Qualifying is now underway. All right, qualifying underway. Good luck, guys. 8 minutes to do it, and it's a single car qualifying. All right, so qualifying underway this evening here. As the drivers get out on track, the fun music goes off, the serious music comes on. It is time for qualifying to get underway. And with that, we see all the cars in pit lane in our screens, but that is only for my perspective, as everyone else is on track. So a couple Holdens, a lot of Fords. A classic rivalry through here. The hometown heroes, the Holdens, are going to be trying to defend their spot as they go up against the mighty Fords, who's been dominating the V8 supercar scene for a very, 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 very long time. With qualifying underway now, time is going to go by very quick. We are 6 minutes and 32 seconds away from qualifying being complete, and we don't have anyone yet to come across the line. Lap time should be looking around a 2:02, 2:01, but of course the drivers want to get into those 2 minute and especially sub 2 minutes. That is going to be the goal for every one of these drivers here, and so far it's only been one man, Luca Andretta, to get it done. The only driver to do it in practice. We're gonna find out now, though. As a couple of drivers come around the final corner, ladies and gentlemen, this is qualifying. If you're tuning in, you're not missing a single beat of the action. Stay tuned. Racing is gonna get underway. We're gonna see everyone on track. But we now have qualifying. Here we go. So the first and second man, both on top of each other. Curtis Gregory and Jaden Harrison, the first drivers to put their banker laps in at 2:06.4, but of course, way slower than what the actual qualifying times are going to be. As they all rush up through the hills, we all just have to look at the sector times. That is going to be the main, crucial, important details we're going to be watching through here through this qualifying session. And already 5 minutes to go. They're only going to have about maybe 2 laps if they don't mess this one up. If you take yourself out early on...
I am on the right service. I didn't see no one go out to the box.
Yeah, you're fine. It's a one-shot qualifying, so you're only able to see yourself on track. Everyone else is in the pits, but you're okay.
Okay, thanks, man. Sorry.
No problem. So, of course, one-shot qualifying in assetto corsa, very different to something like iRacing, for example. But it's Jaden Harrison right now who is on the pace, but I think it was Curtis Gregory who did find himself in a bit of trouble. Had to slow it down. But Jaden Harrison should be our first driver to come across the line with his time, but it's Luca Andretta, who is purple in the first sector with a 47.5 against Jaden Harrison's 48.3. We got a couple more times coming in. 49.6 coming from DeVille, 51.6 from Danny, 49.5 from Tiago. A lot of drivers messing up their first lap out here as they all go through the chute. Through the chase now, Murray's to go for Jaden Harrison, Luke Andretta, and DeVille Park. They all come around the final corner. They're going to have to be chasing Jaden Harrison's time of a 2:06. No, he wasn't able to get a lap done, and it wasn't valid. It's Luca Andretta on provisional pole with a 1 minute 59.910. Does anyone have what it takes to put numbers against Luca Andretta? But check that sector out, that third sector, a 34.075. A lot of drivers who are coming across the line still yet to put in a valid lap time. Only Luca Andretti is able to keep it clean. Very interesting qualifying. If not many people can get their official laps in, this is going to be a very jumbled up grid. Brandon Smith P5, 2:13.2. Once again, these are out lap times, and Luca Andretti putting down the pressure. Purple sector. Once more. They're going to see Kirill Chevets now come across the line, and he goes P2 with a 2:03.2. Not the fastest of laps. Remember, it's a lap that he's keeping on the track. Something that none of these drivers are doing so far, except for Luca Andretti. Kirill on the front row so far, and 2 minutes and 22 seconds to go. They're going to have one more lap to do it. One more lap. Tavar Clark in the chat. Shout out to you, Tavar. Wish you were out here, man. I know the fans love you. So Lance this here coming around Murray's now as Luca Andretti find even more pace at 37.0. Lance across the line, no valid time for him. Jaden Harrison, Luca Andretti next to come across the line. This is going to be very juicy. With both drivers now coming across the line, it's a 58.5 from Luca Andretti. Wow, Jaden Harrison still yet to put in a valid lap. DeVille Park, P3 at 2:05.6. A solo qualified for a lot of these guys. Very difficult. How are they going to fare in the race? Andretti takes it into the pits. That's his qualifying complete. More drivers next to come across the line. It is Martin Toth with a 2:01.721. Followed by Tiago with a 2:03.161. So now the times are really coming through. Who is next to come across the line? Brandon Smith with his 2:12. Can he improve that? 2:12.500. Next up, Kirill Chevets, who's currently in P4 with a 2:03.2. Solo qualifying is interesting. Eating up that free slipstream. Probably, you know what? Maybe there is some invisible slipstreaming going on at this point. Because that pace is just ridiculous. That is showing no mercy on the mountain. So, don't see any improvements. A 2:03.248 for Kirill. And qualifying with 14 seconds left to go. The last driver who's going to be able to get another lap in, it is Dylan Moranti. He comes around Murray's just in time. Puts in his banker. It's a 3:08. But now he's going to be on for a hot lap here. We'll see what he could do. I don't know why why Luca's time just went all the way down to 10th. Possibly reconnecting to the server. But here we go. Leds this year coming across the line. It's a 2:19.2. Goes up into P9. Do we see Moranti and... Well, I was going to say Andretti, but no, I'm not too sure why Andretti's time is at the bottom there. Next up, DeVille Park. He's currently fourth with a 2:05. A 2:04.396. Any improvements? Don't see any. No. That's going to be his qualifying complete. Andretti joins back the server. He should be good. Next to come across the line, it's Martin Toth. 2:01.771. Does he have improvements? No, he does not. And that is going to be his qualifying complete. Danny Nasir with his personal best. 2:06.8. And a couple more drivers to still come across the line. We have Kirill Chevets and Dylan Moranti. Our last two drivers to come across. We're going to see what they do out here. Kirill through the chase. Let's have corner names up on our screen here so you guys can follow along. I'm not too sure actually what it's called. Let's check out here. Let's find it. There we go. Track description. That is going to tell us who is where. Alright, we'll leave that at the bottom there. Moranti around Murray's comes across the line. It's 308. Will it turn into something? Yes, it does. It's a 206.725. That's going to be his qualifying complete. I do see DeVille parking it on the mountain. That's his qualifying done. I'm pretty sure Lance has completed his lap. And I think that should be qualifying done. I do hear some drivers talking. Let's turn up our audio here so we can hear them.
I didn't mean to qualify.
I see that.
I didn't actually want to put a lap in. I tried to stop and I didn't realize how close the starting line was. Yeah, I was like, I creeped across the line because I didn't realize where it was. And I put down a qualifying lap. So I wanted to start like last place, and now here I'm in 7th.
By accident.
Pretty much. I was just trying to put like more practice laps because I haven't gotten to do anything during the week, and it kind of might outlap as a lap. And then, like I said, I didn't mean to cross the start-finish line, and here I am.
Listen, you accidentally qualified in top 10.
Yeah.
Alright, buddy.
Alright. A little fun qualifying there. Congratulations to your top 3. Luca Andretta, Martin Toth, and Tiago. Luca, you take the pole of 58.511. How you do that?
The speed. I don't know. Throughout the whole week, I've been seeing on my like Delta a 58.8, and just earlier practicing before I, took a break or something before the race, I saw there was a 58.4 and a 58.3 in there, but I only managed to get a 58.5 now. So I don't know, honestly, but I mean, I was just in the zone, hitting my apexes. I was just fully like in the flow.
Well, let's see if you can convert that into a race win. Best of luck to you. All right,
How many laps?
45-minute race. 45-minute race, mandatory tire change.
I'm just gonna load up on fuel. I have no idea.
This is not good.
Just read you guys the rest of the stuff. So, standing start, of course, you need to at least make 1 mandatory tire change. After the timer expires, there's going to be 1 extra lap. And, yeah, that's it. That's all.
Yeah, my game keeps on crashing. It's not good. I hope it stays alive during the race.
If we have to restart, yeah, we'll make sure.
How many laps will be done? Plus minus?
No clue. 45-minute race. Is anyone up? Let us know. How many laps? I'm not too sure.
That's what I'm trying to figure out right now.
I would just slap in a full tank because I don't think a full tank can go the whole race.
It should be about 22 laps.
All right, Luke, are you good?
Yeah, I'm in.
A full tank is 23 laps.
Everyone.
Good luck, guys.
Good? All right. 30 seconds. Best of luck, everyone. Here we go. Qualifying is complete. The grid is set. There are the drivers. It is time to get this one underway. The drivers say their last good lucks. We get a good angle of this start. Here we go. Let's do this. The lights are on our screen. Let's sound it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights, and we go racing here at Bathurst. Here we go, the Bathurst 1000 underway. Some drivers going off the track. It's Danny Nasirov, but so far it looks like a clean start. A clean getaway from all the drivers. Look to the outside. It's Martin Toth. Martin Toth trying to go for a move. He's just about an inch ahead. We're looking on board with Tiago to go to. After the mountain straight into Quarry Bend. Driver up there. Oh, it's Javille Park. Looks like he's tagged Tiago into into the mountain section. Almost 3 wide as they go up the hill. And Curtis sliding that V8 just past the screen. Oh, it's more spins coming from the back. Luckily, he's just out the way, so it won't be causing a log jam up there. But we go back up the field. It's Luca Andretta, who still keeps the lead, followed by Martin Toth and Dylan Moranti. He's gonna have a lot of work to catch up, and he's gonna have Kirill Chevets to catch him up very soon. Jaden Harrison up there as well. Oh, is he off the track as well as DeVille? Both of the Jamaicans just managing to keep it on the track. Very close one. Danny Nasir P7th, Brandon Smith P8th, Tiago 9th, Curtis 10th, Lance 11th. There's a bit of catching up to do as well. 8/10ths the difference between Martin Toth and Luca Andretta. Something tells me Luca is not going to be able to pull away from this one that easily. There they go past. Moranti 2 seconds. 2.6 off as they go through the chase. And this is going to be a very, very long race out here. 45-minute event. So sit tight and enjoy the action that's unfolding. We have some positions being made as Brandon Smith heads off the track, back on, does a little bit of his lawn mowing service, and his job is complete. Danny Nasir, though, spins it around the final corner. Gets back up, gets going. All that meanwhile, Kirill Chevets gets the move on Dylan Moranti. Has he had a mistake? Because Jaden Harrison's right on the rear. He looks to the inside. Tries to get him on query. Ben, can he get the move done? Side by side, very tight part of the track. Still side by side. Moranti holds on. Not for too long, though. Can't get the move done. Jaden is not done yet. He sets his sights on the podium. Jaden Harrison now, as he follows very close behind the 4GT of Kirill. What a run from Jaden. They now go up the mountain. It's so difficult to get past through up here. Jaden's going to be working very hard and putting all the pressure all on Kirill. As Kirill making a little bit of a mistake, just missing out on the apex there. Hard on the brakes now. Jaden slides in. Jaden with a spin. 360. Loses a position. Hits the wall hard. Meanwhile, Danny Nasir, more yellow flags for him. He's off the track. Spins it around. No cars around him. We say green. Jaden Harrison, though, losing out on a position there. Safety cars are going to be coming very soon. But so far, all the spins that we've seen I've been clear out the way from everyone. Luckily, we're good so far. 3/10ths though between Jaden Harrison and Dylan Moranti. So Dylan still not able to shake off Jaden Harrison despite Jaden going for a spin. Oh, Dylan off the track. Slides it. Does he save it? No, he does not. Is there contact? Yellow flag, virtual safety car deployed, virtual safety car deployed. So Luca, slow that pace down to 80 kilometers, 80 kilometers. Our first yellow does come out for the day. Dylan slides onto the track. Contact is made. Two-car incident. In the grass. Two-car incident out on track, and that is our first caution on. And there is our race leader. Everyone's gonna get bunched up, and oh my goodness.
Where's virtual safety car at?
What the speed?
80 kilometers. Just catch up to the leaders up ahead. They're coming up to turn 2. Coming up to turn 2. All right, we'll be going green on this lap. On the back straight. Yeah. As soon as we exit the mountain, I'll let you guys know. So caution is out. It's gonna be a quick cleanup. And there you see Luca trying to warm up his tires. Now, I do have a couple fun cameras we can use in this race. Question is, do I know if they're going to work properly in this session? I know it's kind of going to clog up our kind of side here. Let's pin it. up in our thing here. There we go. That should be good. All right, let's switch over. So, there we go. There's a couple fun cameras to watch over. And this is going to be a good one for the restart as well. So, Luca Andretti leads us, followed by Martin Toth, Kirill Chevets, Jaden Harrison, DeVille Park, Dylan Moranti, Tiago, Curtis, Brandon, and Danny, and Lance Nasir. So 80 kilometers. Getting ready for the restart. Here we go. Waiting for the last couple drivers to come around. There you see how close Martin Toth is. We're just waiting for the last 2 drivers to come around. There's 1, there's 2. I think we can sound it off now. Here we go. Green flag. And we go racing. Oh, it's just a spin in the background, but Danny and Lance Nasir coming together? Not too sure what that's all about, but we go green. Let's take it to the skies. Through the chase. Oh, the Jamaicans make contact with each other. DeVille going dive bombing onto this fellow countryman off the track. Jaden shows his disapproval. And there we see Martin Toth and Kirill gonna shake it up. It's Team Ragnarok. Kirill into the inside. Does he get the move done? Yes, he does. P2 for Kirill. Moranti losing a couple positions on the start as well. DeVille as well. And there we see both Kirill and Martin Toth going side by side with each other. I think it's now it's time that we get the action camera going. There we go. There they go side by side with each other as they go up the mountain now. It is Kirill who chases Martin Toth as they go up the mountain. 2.4 seconds already. Luca Andretti has already pulled away. Martin Toth slapping the wall just a bit there. It's going to allow Kirill to catch up. They're side by side through the mountain. Tiago's going to be right there. Jaden Harrison calls it quits in this race. Our first retirement. And Kirill is hunting Martin Toth down like a hyena. As they go down through the dip now. Kirill's not going to let him go for a second. We do have some positions made. It looks like Curtis and DeVille losing out some positions. But this is your battle for P2. That was going to be a good angle we're about to see here. And there we see them on the back straight. There you see the gap. It's closing up very slowly. 1.6 under a tenth. Kirill goes to the outside. Does he get the move done? Swings it around. He's off track. Martin Toth tries to get back on. Kirill gets back on. Tiago gets the position done. And what a fight this is. Tiago up in there. Gets the move done. Gets past Kirill. Moranti off the track. Gets back on. We've also seen Curtis Gregory and DeVille Park gaining some position throughout that whole lap. But this is your battle for P2. 2 teammates having it out there. That was Ragnarok for you. And the Portuguese driver, Tiago, up in there now. He's fighting Martin Toth here. This is very interesting. Martin Toth is not some ordinary driver. One of the youngest champion in Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club history. Won the DTM World Championships in dominant fashion. One of the fastest drivers here. And our newcomer, Tiago, is making headwaves. He first made headwaves back at Jam West. And now he's back here for the mountain. On board with him now. He's got a lot of work to do to catch up. 1.1 the difference, but he has broken away from Kirill. Martin's going to slowly find his groove once more and try to catch up, because 6 seconds now as the gap already opened up between Martin Toth and Luca Andretta. Let's look down the order, though. We have a couple more battles to watch as this one starts to brew up. We also have Curtis Gregory and DeVille Park. Got to start mixing it up with each other. On board with Curtis Gregory, the gap 1.1 the difference. The slipstream does make a huge difference. Oh, it's Lance Nasir off in the middle of the mountain. Where's Danny Nasir? There he is. Is he going to catch him up in time? Don't think so. Danny Nasir is going to be staying well behind that. And there we see 3/10 the difference. Oh my goodness! Martin Toth must have made a mistake, because Thiago sent it down the inside and Fashion slides the car! Martin Toth has to slam on the brakes and they're on the front straight now! Thiago slides it Fujiwara style! Oh, a bit of contact there! Oh, does he slow down in time? Yes, he does! Martin Toth trying to switch to the inside! Brushes the rear of Thiago's Ford! But now Martin Toth is gonna have another chance! Sticks in the slipstream. Where does he go? Left or right? Which one is right? Goes left! It's gonna be very difficult as they come through Quarry! Oh, and Martin Toth hard into the wall! Slams it! Oh my goodness, does he have damage? I'm not too sure, but believe that might be an illegal overtake. Alright, Martin Toth, just let back the position through to Thiago. Just let back the position when you can. And Martin Toth is going to have to let go of that position, because he quite literally just Ross Chastained it through Quarry Bend. And Kirill is going to want to keep very close to this battle out here. He knows Martin Toth needs to let go of the position. As, oh, no, Thiago! Save it, Thiago! No, he cannot! Hard in the wall! Has to flick spin it now. Oh, no, carnage! Flick spins it, and that's a huge shame. And Toth lets go of the move. Of course, has to let back a position because he overtook. An eye for an eye, but Thiago following a little too closely and losing out. All right, Toth, you're good. You're good now. So that has allowed Kirill to go through up into P2 now. Of course, with Martin Toth having to concede a position through an illegal overtake, now down to P3, but both of these young guys are giving us a great battle out here through Murray's Corner. 203.5 against a 206.1. One thing's for sure, though, Lucas checked out. 15 seconds the gap. You just look at the map alone. There you see first, and then everyone else is together. But still, Martin Toth is going to be putting on the pressure as we're back on board with him now in the Ford GT. I cannot wait till we get this championship with these cars out here in 2024. In a couple months' time. Cannot wait to see what these guys can do. We have a whole stellar lineup. Looks like Kirill through this first section is not as fast as Martin Toth. Martin getting so close. Trying to get a rear camera out here for Kirill, and there you see, this is what he's looking at in his rear mirror. If I was him, I would not look back. That is terrifying. Martin Toth, ooh, having to slow down a bit there. Lance Nasir, more yellow flags for him. A slowing down on track. Not too sure what's going on with him there. Very slow on track. Oh, he's teleported to pits. Back on board with Martin Toth. Kirill versus Martin. And a great run from Martin Toth. Out the exit on Conrad Straight. Ooh, Kirill is hugging the inside. Gonna force Martin around the outside. It's the long way around. Through the kink. But he's gonna have the inside. It's gonna be very close. Side by side. Who's the first one to break? Looks like it's Kirill, and he's managed to stick it ahead just about. No, it's contact! All right, Martin, just slow that down, Just let Kirill back through. And you see Kirill's gonna take that position back. All right, good to race. And Martin Toth, a little bit of a love tap between teammates here. These guys are real rivalries out here. You know, this rivalry is giving me a lot of memories of Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg. Think about it. I mean, they're best friends through karting, turned bitter rivals through, oh my goodness, through later stages in their career as Moranti and Gregory having a little bit of fun with each other out here. That was a bit close. 2 battles to watch. Moranti locks it up as they go up the hill. Oh, Gregory! Oh, into the wall! Spins it! Tiago goes past him. That's a free position. He'll say thank you very much. Where are the other drivers? There we see Brandon Smith coming up fast. Oh, he's still waiting. Oh, this is painful for the American driver. But he should be fine now. Oh, Kirill loses out off the track. Martin is going to sail past him this time. Gets the move done, but Kirill is right back under him. Going through the dipper. Wow, these guys cannot get enough with each other. Martin Toth's going to lock up. Oh, and Kirill's going to follow him. Instead, though, Kirill's going to hit the wall. Wow! It's Shane Van Gisberg versus Scott McLaughlin. I love this. This is awesome racing. Come from the 2 youngest drivers in CMRSC. In the meanwhile, though, there we see Curtis Gregory getting the move done on his fellow countryman Brandon Smith as he hits the wall. Quick bounce off. Should be good. Should be good to continue. Remember, these guys still have a mandatory pit stop to do in this race, so it's gonna be very interesting to see how that turns out if we keep this one green. Better lock up as they go around Murray's. 202.3 gets a 203.6. Personal best for Martin Toth as well. There we see DeVille 204, 203 for Dylan, 202 for Tiago. Danny, however, yellow for him. Oh, that's up too much power through there. And has he got it going now? Yes, he does. Of course, he does need a yellow to get back in this. Same thing with Lance Nasir. He's a lap down. Ooh, as he just goes off the track into 1. Kirill now back under pressure, putting pressure under Martin Toth. It's civil war with these young Vikings. Both of them in the same machinery, of course. Both of them in the Fords. As they go through the S's. Bit of grass Martin Toth picks up. Kirill's going to follow. Very close by. The gap now 1.1 the difference. But we do have a closer battle on track as they go around to the back straight. Hitting the wall once more. Kirill absolutely sending it as... Oh, do we see a traffic jam through here? Lance Nasir having to spin that one and get back on. And does he? Just about. Meanwhile, though, Dylan Moranti is catching up to DeVille Park for P4. Slowly closing the gap now. 1 second, the difference. Hard on the brakes. As there we see... Oh, it's DeVille locking up! But I think Dylan was not paying attention to his own corner as he almost makes a mistake. Don't forget about Tiago. He's catching up fast. 201 against a 202. Martin Toth, Kirill Chavets, respectively. I heard thanks, Curtis, come from Lance this year. Not too sure what that's all about. But our gap now already opening up throughout there. Looks like Martin Toth finally able to break away. But that doesn't mean the battles on track are over, because here comes Moranti on the Jamaican DeVille Park.
This Curtis don't have the mic on.
To the outside, Moranti goes DeVille, bit of lockup, stays ahead. 0.3 the difference. Don't forget about Tiago. He's going to be right up there in just a moment if these two guys continue to battle and slow each other down. Moranti miraculously gets out the way, almost running into the rear of him. DeVille going very slowly up through the mountain. We go on board with Tiago. There you see, it's just inching closer and closer and closer. As these two guys start to battle with each other for P4. Good run there from Moranti as they go through the S's now. This is not a place where you want to pass. Moranti gonna stay behind him. Over the curb. And Tiago closing up that gap ever so slightly now. It's 1.1 the difference. Heavy lockup. Oh, as he hit the wall. Oh, and contact is made. No! All three cars almost
hit you, man. That's on me.
off the track. Moranti.
Sorry, man. Sorry, man. I don't have space to. Don't.
I think you're good. You're fine.
Sorry.
And
How weird the
Tiago
physics in this game can be sometimes.
running through there. Bit of a shame that we didn't see a 3-car battle for P4.
To avoid you, but you stop. Then I don't have space.
Don't worry, we saw it from up here. You're fine. So Moranti making contact with DeVille. Oh my goodness. Almost running off the track. Luckily though, Moranti, gentlemen, will give back the position. But for how long? Because here comes DeVille. He's slow throughout the last corner. Dylan is going to fire it onto the inside. Can't get the move done this time around. These guys are still very close with each other, but one thing's for sure. 17 seconds, an open road for Tiago to chase down Kirill. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen throughout this race? Can we see Tiago catch up and possibly get into the podium positions? Maybe even fight Martin Toth. He's been everywhere, all over this race, but fighting the leader. I'll be very curious to see if he can have a chance against Luca Andretti. As drifting it out as they arrive to Griffin's Mount. Moranti hustling his car. Oh, a little bit too much hustle. Bounces off the wall. But we see Luca Andretti coming in for his pit stop. There he is. Do we have a camera? No, we do not. Oh, but we see DeVille. As we switch off, apologies, but Moranti gets the move done on DeVille. That's a position. Done and dusted. So, Luca still in pits. Mandatory
I need to
tire
change the tires. Only
Yes, you do.
I can put full
tires.
fuel.
Must be tires. You can also do fuel if you have to, but must be tires. 2-minute time for Martin Toth. Luca Andretti out of pits. Martin Toth's gonna hope for some sort of yellow to come out. And there we see Luca warming up the tires. As he's on the straight now, Martin Toth might put some pressure on him. Into Quarry Bend. What a race this has been so far as we are entering through the halfway stage of this one. 20 minutes to go here at the Bathurst 1000. Wow, all the drivers are losing it back there. It might be the tires just letting go. Holding on for dear life, Moranti. Looks like he's lost it out of turn 1. Looks fine though, but 2.8, the gap 2.5. DeVille is closing in fast. Curtis Gregory in for his pit stop. And we're going to see how that correlates to his fight between himself and Moranti. And DeVille, for that matter. And there we see Martin Toth. He's found his groove out here. And although he is closing the gap, he does unfortunately need to pit. That's not going to help his case. Brandon Smith also in for his pit stop. We are in the halfway stage of this race. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button. if you're enjoying the racing so far. What a start we've had in this one.
Thank you.
Smith still in. I think Danny Nasir just getting past Lentz Nasir there. Stand corrected as Martin Toth comes in for a stop. Slow that car down in time. Yes, he does. He's in. Kirill is in. Do we see Tiago come in, or is he going to stay out and try to pull an overcut? I don't think so. Looks like everyone's fuel tanks are losing out. I think the Fords are just about done for fuel. Tiago looking for that line. There it is. All right, so second, third, and fourth in pit road. Do we see DeVille come in? No, we do not. So DeVille staying out on track. Moranti. Does he head in? Yes, he does. So out on track now. Martin Toth as he tries to warm up his tires. Kirill is out as well. DeVille stays out. Tiago comes on now. Moranti in for his stop. There's Gregory. We're going to see how this relates to himself and Moranti. Looking for his pit box. He's in now. Service for his car. Now we're going to see how this correlates to Curtis Gregory. Of course, he has pit. And I think he's already done his stop. Yes, he has a quick stop. From the Ford crew, how close is the gap? It's 10 seconds, so he has closed up quite a bit. But still a lot more work to do in this one. 30-second difference between Luca Andretta and the man at P2, Martin Toth. You never see this if we were talking about the DTM championship. But 17 minutes left to go. And now it turns into an endurance race, where you're just by yourself, 17 minutes only. It's a bit of a long stint. But this is where it all comes down to. This is where you start putting in your personal best laps. You try to close up those gaps. Martin Toth is going to have to pull a miracle if he wants to get Luca Andretta, who's currently into T2, lapping the field now. His next victim, Danny Nasir. Not wasting any time. There goes Kirill in P3 at 2:29 on that last lap. Of course, pitting on the same lap. 5.2 the difference. Tiago is closing up the gap between himself and DeVille Park. And DeVille is actually going to put that car into pit road, so it's going to give back the position to Tiago.
Sorry.
What's happened as yellow flags. Danny Nasir. And looks like Luca Andretta, he's slowed down. Is he going to allow Danny to go through? Oh, it lands Nasir! Off. Hits the wall hard in the rear. That's going to be damage. And, ooh, the field is coming up. There's Brandon. P2 as well, also coming up. Very interesting there. So DeVille going for a very long run. He's going to come out in P6, P7, Curtis Gregory. Oh, very close now, 3.8. Curtis, of course, one of the first drivers to come in for a stop. So now it's a race to the end for...
Almost Danny stopped in the middle of the track.
all these drivers. Danny Nasir, did he stop at track? I'm not too sure, but Lance Nasir calling out to him. Danny Nasir not having the best of races, making contact with the leaders. As Martin Toth gonna go past Lance Nasir. and 25 seconds. That has helped where Luca did slow down, and after making contact with Danny Nasir, it's helped the gap a little bit, but 14 minutes ago,
That's
it's
right.
not enough. Looks like Brandon Smith also going to make life easier for young Martin Toth. As they go up the hill once more. A race with a lot of gaps between everyone. I think the only way we can solve this one is if a caution were to come out, and then we'll see what happens next. Race control is going to keep their eyes peeled if there is an incident on track. Currently, so far, the drivers are very clean out here. We've had a little bit of a argy-bargy through this race, but so far, the battles we've seen, oh, they've just been awesome out here. This year's Bathurst 1000 has been very fun. Ooh, Carell just slapping the wall there. Very good race out here. As we see Brandon Smith just ahead. Does he let go of Carell? Yes, he does. Bit of lock up through there as he goes through the dip. Now check this out. Still 21 seconds from Tiago to Carell, but Tiago is going faster than him. He's closing up that gap very slowly, so possibly towards the end, maybe we might see Tiago against Carell on the final lap for this one. Here is Tiago as he enters onto the back straight. Carell just finishing the back straight. So the gap is closing. 7 seconds though between Carell and Martin Toth. Martin is pulling away from his teammate. 2:01.7. Let's look with Carell. 2:03.2. That's gonna be an important number. So 2:03.242. And we're gonna see what Tiago does when he comes across the line. Hard on the brakes around the final corner. So a 2:03 is looking to beat, and a 2:03.0. So about 3/10 a lap, 2-3 a lap. Is Gregory, ooh, off the track. Where is he? Oh, and he's DNF'd. Curtis Gregory, our second retirement from this race. He's had enough. That's going to be his race complete. Bit of a shame to see him go. But next week out, of course, we race every Saturdays. Next week, it is going to be round 10 of the IMSA Assetto Corsa Sports Car Championship. We go to Virginia International Raceway, VIR. And then up next, then we have Indianapolis, followed by the Road Atlanta Petit Le Mans finale. Cannot wait for that. We see Martin Toth exiting out the mountain. 28 seconds to Luca Andretta. As Luca is starting to push a little bit, having a bit of fun. 59.9 coming from him. Next up, Martin Toth. Bit of a ways away. And, ooh, Danny Nasir off. Second place coming up fast. Ooh, almost hitting him. Danny Nasir just gets out the way. And where is Brandon? Brandon in the pits. Do we see another retirement? I believe so. That's a bit helpful. As Carell sliding around the final corner. It's very helpful for race direction. And these guys are teleporting into the pits, but we don't see yellow flags. If they stay out on track, it'll be a yellow. To answer your question, Jaden Harrison was just dive bombed, if I'm honest. He was dive bombed from DeVille Park into the final chicane. It put him out of contention very early on, and Jaden called it quits in this race. It's a bit of a shame because Jaden is a very quick driver. But yeah, Jaden getting taken out by his fellow countrymen. Brandon Smith yellows. Oh no, he's just getting out on track once more. 7 second the difference. You know what? Carell is closing up that gap. I don't think Tiago is going to be able to close up to Kirill, but Kirill is closing up to Martin Toth. He does have Danny Nassir in the way. Flashes his headlights, but not really anywhere to go. Both of them smacking the wall. Kirill watching Danny, and I think there's a bit of bent steering I see. That's bent steering. Yes, it is. Kirill. Bit of damage. A lot of those impacts on the wall has taken a toll on his car there, as we see a position being made. DeVille Park getting the move done on Dylan Moranti. That's an interesting. As Luca Andretti with a 59.2. I think he's just... Has he improved on his qualifying lap? I think so. But this is your battle for P5 on track now. We get some fights going on here. Finally, after a while. And oh no, not gonna jinx it, not gonna jinx it. Don't want a commentator curse this. Oh my god, I think I've already done it. Oh, Moranti. A little too hot through the mountain section. Onto the curb just through there. Yeah, this track is so unforgiving, man. Mount Panorama. It's a fun track to lap, but oh my goodness. One mistake and you're dead. That's a simple way to put it. Moranti now really hustling close. He's catching up very quickly as the mountain section is complete now. 0.6 the difference. I think we can head back over to the action cam. Let's check it out. There is Moranti with 7 minutes and 38 seconds to go. 0.6 to find against the car ahead. As they both go through the chase, Moranti is closer. As he looks to the inside of Murray's, looks to the outside, he's gonna send it. DeVille lock up from him, slides it. Oh, is he off? He is off. Gets back going. That's the move done. DeVille secluding to the pressure. That's going to allow Moranti to go up into the top 5. But can we see Park come back through? He has some time. 7 minutes, 2 seconds. A lot more doable than Kirill, as we find him on screen. There he is, as he's trying to get to his teammate. And do we see Brandon Smith on our screens? Yes, we do. Lance Nasir up ahead. Did see 2 cars close together, but I'm not too sure who it was. 2.2 seconds, 2.5. DeVille is still there. He is still hustling up. 1.9 now. Oh, it's Moranti sliding it left and right. Locks up as he goes down the mountain. That was very close from him. As, oh no, he's locking up. Oh, narrowly missing the wall. Those tires are letting go now towards the very end of the stint. I should say the very end of this race. 1.2? 1.1. This might be your last fight we have on track. I don't think we'll be able to see a yellow flag potentially bunch everyone up. Oh no, Moranti! Off the track! Almost hitting the wall, and I hate to say it, but I think that's it. I think that's our battles complete. There goes Luca. And that is a huge shame. Moranti losing out on an easy top 5. Losing the back end. 5 minutes to go, though. As, oh, those tires are overheated. And, oh, okay, well, Luke is just casually going for a 59 dead. Wow. He is so quick out here. As Danny Nasir brings out the yellows. Tries to flick spin it onto the track. Tiago, oh, on Tiago as well. Off. two separate incidents. You see Brandon Smith still behind Lance Nasir. So the tires are letting go towards this end here as Martin Toth, even his tires are going away. Kirill might have a chance if he can keep this car on track. Can he around the final corner? Just about. Crossing over the start-finish line now. Putting in his personal best as he goes through Hell's Corner. 4 minutes to go. And the gap between Luca Andretti and Martin Toth, 40 seconds. The difference. Martin Toth, he's the only reason why he's not up there is just the fighting that he's had to go through this entire race against his teammate. And once that was done, the damage has already been dealt. And yeah, that battle, that ship sailed a long time ago. And Martin Toth is just swimming to catch up. As, oh my god, 3 wheels up. Kirill is through the mountain section. It's always so much fun to watch these cars go through here. But anything still can happen in this race here. So you have 3 minutes to do it. There you see Martin Toth on our screens. Let's go through a rundown as we head towards the end of this race. So, start off with the tail end of the field. Jaden Harrison retiring earlier out of this race. Unfortunately, losing out early on.
Yeah, you used me as a pick.
So yeah, unfortunately for Jaden Harrison, losing out early on in this race. Curtis Gregory, second retirement. Same kind of issue, more towards the middle of this race. Last place on track, though, Lance Nasir, as he has a couple cars behind him, one of them being the leader and the other one being DeVille Park. Oh, there's contact! Ooh, a little too ambitious to go through the hill. And yeah.
Very sketchy.
Indeed, no reason to send it on the mountain like that, especially with a lap car. Lance Nasir is not going to be happy with that at all. As we come towards the end of this race. So Lance Nasir trying to flick spin it? Yeah, just about.
Overtaking lapped cars on the mountain is absolutely insanely scary.
No patience. Thank you.
Brandon Smith in P8. Running his own race in the Holden. He's had a clean one so far. But unfortunately, just off the pace from the drivers ahead. Next up, Danny Nasir. Just lost out through incidents, if I'm honest. He was quick early on in this race, but after getting tagged out, it definitely not helped him.
I hope to see them later in the race.
Moranti up in P6. Still a chance for P5, maybe, if a mistake is made between himself and DeVille after DeVille making contact with the lap traffic on the mountain. Still a chance for a fight to go down. Up next is DeVille Park. A very sketchy overtake on the mountain, but he is running a solid race himself in the top 5. Tiago, who's now tailing Danny Nasir, has had such an eventful race as Danny Nasir just gets out the way.
Danny.
Tiago has had his ups and downs, and unfortunately, we were robbed of a couple battles from him with incidents that had nothing to do. None of his fault. P3, though, Kirill Chevets. As he comes across the line, I think we're going to have 2 laps to do it here at Mount Panorama. Kirill and Martin Toth, we got to group them both together. Those two have stolen the show early on in this race. And they just got to be proud of themselves for the clean racing that they have done with each other. A little bit of argy-bargy here and there, but for the most part, lots of respect for the 2 Ragnarok drivers. And last but not least, our leader, Luca Andretti. As he comes around to the back straight, he's going to have 2 laps to do it. Here at Mount Panorama. What a race it has been for Luca. And what I mean, what a race. What a snooze fest for him. Nobody to battle against. I did hear rumors that Justin Nasir was going to participate in this race, but did have some issues. So maybe it's just those what ifs. If we did see Luca Andretti versus Justin Nasir. Luca is going to have 2 laps to do it. So he can claim victory here at the mountain. But check this out as lockups ensue from the car ahead. Dylan Moranti versus DeVille Park on the final lap of this race. 1 to do it here at Mount Panorama. 2:02.9 against a 2:01.9. Dylan is a second faster than DeVille. Both of them personal bests. They're going to be pushing hard. Dylan has 2.3 to get it done. We're going to see what he can do, though. A long ways to go. As they now go up the hill into Quarry Bend. 2.3. We're going to take a look at the sector times on this final lap. Bit of lock up from Dylan there, losing out on the apex, but somehow did close up. Oh, a lot of curb there. Dylan is getting feisty. So throughout the first sector, it's a 49.2 against a 48.8. But unfortunately, Dylan has been bouncing off wall after wall on this final lap, pushing a little too hard. And oh no, I think that's gonna seal the deal. Yes, it is. Moranti pushing a little too hard. And yeah, when I said last time that those 2 guys were done battling, I think now it's fair to say, now they're both done battling. Moranti, I think he's gonna have to settle for P6 out here, unless we do see a mistake coming from DeVille, but 10 seconds, he has some time to spare. But it is this man. All eyes are on him as he heads around the final couple of corners. What a race for him. The fastest man out on track. He's been fast all week long, and he's done it. Around Murray's he goes. Luca Andretti, the Swiss Superman, is going to take his virtual win here at Bathurst. It goes to Luca Andretti. He wins it at the Bathurst 1000. DeVille is going to finish P5 from a strong effort against Moranti as Moranti is off the track. Luckily, it's no worries on position loss there as his teammate, Brandon Smith, is going to come around the final corner. He's going to finish P8. And a solid result from him. Moranti around Murray's. He's going to be a little bit disappointed with himself. Going to be finishing P6. Martin Toth, though, is not going to be disappointed. What a race from him. Going to finish 2nd. Wow, what a drive.
Good race, guys.
And in P3, Kirill Chevets. It's a Ragnarok 2-3.
Contact like halfway through the race. I forgot.
And around the final corner, Kirill gets it done.
I barely touch you.
Kirill finishes 3rd.
Sorry about that.
That's our podium complete. Still a couple more drivers to come across the line. Lance Nasir to be one of them.
Lance, I
long, eventful race for him.
From my end.
That's going to be his race.
DeVille ran in the back of me, and Curtis ran in the back of me too.
And Lance Nasir is
it's not
not
because
too
I was
happy
slow. It's just because they were impatient.
with that result. Tiago, though, is going to be very happy with this
side by side
comeback up the field. He's going to finish
turn 2.
P4 for him.
No,
P4
that was okay.
for the Portuguese driver.
That was okay.
Danny Nasir around the final corner, our last driver to come across.
No,
that's going to be
racing, though.
our race.
It was. I mean, yeah. But then towards the end,
let the smoke show begin. Luca Andretti wins it at the Bathurst 1000.
A little bit of patience, buddy. You know, you might be a little bit faster, and just knocks me out of the way. That's it. Bam. Go. Right? At the wrong spot. No, these guys got to learn some driving etiquette. Everybody. I'm tired of this crap week after week.
And Les is here not showing his approval throughout here. We understand the frustration from him. but let's go talk to our top 3. All right, a very interesting race out there. A couple incidents that could have been easily solved with a bit of patience, I'll say. But overall, we did have some fun battles on track. And we congratulate our top 3, starting with our man in 3rd place, Kirill. Wow, you had such a great fight with your teammate. How was that race for you, Kirill?
Yeah, it was quite a good race, but I saw a track something around 1 hour before the before the race. I didn't know about I knew about existing this track, but I never drive on it, so it was quite hard without training to go into racing. And it was quite fun fight with you, Martin. But Luca was unstoppable.
Yeah, but you definitely drove a great race for a rookie out here around Mount Panorama. It's a very difficult track, I will say, but you were very quick and you definitely had some good moments in that race. So congratulations on your podium.
Yeah, thanks. I'm improved my time in a race, not in a training.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, you were consistently improving. You did a really good job out there.
Yeah, him and Martin, I will want to say one thing. You guys are still driving the same way you used to drive, into people.
And in P2 there.
4 hours and it could be better.
Yeah, it could be better. Could be better, but you know what? First time on the track, yeah, I'll give you a one-time pass for it. In P2, Martin Toth. Wow, oh my God, bro. You continue to impress us out here. You finished P2, but I think the real show stealer was your absolute mad defense and great attacks against your fellow teammate. You finished P2. How's that race?
I think it was a great race, but I think the biggest problem was that the driver is on the right side. So that was really bad for me, and I like this track and pedals were good, so nice race.
Have you ever driven Mount Panorama before? Have you ever driven this track?
I think last year I was driving here.
Oh yeah, you might have been here last year, yeah. But still, you had a massive improvement over the year. And yeah, we could tell it just from the times as well. But Martin, you finished P2. Welcome back. And yeah, do you think we could see you for the next couple of races in the future?
I think so.
Can't wait to see you then. Congratulations on your result. And a race winner. Wow. What a race it was for you. Bit of a snooze fest. I wouldn't blame you if you did fall asleep halfway through. But Luca Andretta, dominant performance as per usual. You take the race win. How was that?
It was, I mean, as said, it was kind of a snoozy for me. I mean, right after the start, it was just trying to defend against Martin and try to extend that gap so he couldn't catch the slipstream. But I mean, anyways, most like sector 2 is pretty much just corners, so the slipstream doesn't really help. But I mean, yeah, the track is, I mean, Mount Panorama, I've driven it a few times, but I've never raced on it properly. And it's a very technical track. It's very, very complicated to just go fast on it, because you got to go wall to wall. And with these cars as well, no TC, no ABS. I mean, it's a challenging car, but it's really fun to drive.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. These cars are like an absolute blast around almost any track. But yeah, around here, you could tell. I could tell just from you going through the mountain section, you were having a blast out there. Another thing to note, did you by any chance beat your qualifying time?
Yeah. Wait, oh, my quality time? No.
Did you not? What?
No, half a second slow.
Half a second, because I know you did a 1:59.1.
Oh, that time. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you did just about beat it.
Yeah, 59.05 I think I did during the race. That was the best lap.
Yeah, that is crazy, man. That is just incredible pace. But yeah, great little exhibition race there, and you've got yourself another win in the bag. Congratulations on that victory here at Bathurst.
Thank you.
That's gonna do it for us here. You guys are free to leave the Discord. Thank you so much for coming out here this evening. Next week, we go to VIR for round 10 of 12 for IMSA. We hope we can see you all then. we're going to close off the stream now. Thank you guys for tuning in to the stream. If you are in the chat, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you're in the Discord, once again, thank you for joining us this evening. And yeah, you're free to make your exit. And a great result there coming from all the drivers. A fun exhibition race for all the drivers. Seeing their stuff and just skill. Pure skill out there. And you're also hearing from the paddock that DeVille just slightly ruined Tiago's race after a bit of contact with them early on. Which, yeah, DeVille, not really the best of races for him. But if you are listening, bro, that is racing. You'll get back under it. You're a very quick driver. But that's going to do it for us here at Bathurst. Next week, it's IMSA. 7 days time. VIR. The championship gets very close to the end. And after an exciting fight at Road America, the multi-class racing championship takes on Virginia International Raceway, a very tricky technical circuit, not as technical as Bathurst, but we're gonna see how the drivers do and fare out next week out. That's gonna do it for us here at Bathurst. We will see you next week for VIR as we close out championships and get ready for Race of Champions. We are just weeks away from the premiere of ROC 23.